Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Emmador Styles, and in today's video we're going to be cutting and sewing this trendy Ankara jumbo pants. This pant has two pocket designs, the one by the waist and cargo pocket, and it also has an elastic by the waist and a rope. So if this is something you are interested in, you definitely want to keep on watching, and if you've not subscribed to this channel, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell, and let's get started. For this tutorial, I'm making use of this African print fabrics. I have my tape rule here, my elastic, and all other materials I'll be making use of. First, you're going to fold your fabrics into two to cut out the front pieces. The measurements you need for this fold will be your hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 6 to 7 or even 8 inches because this is a wide leg pant. That is your hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 6 to 7 inches. So I've gotten this and I've folded my fabrics into two. This is what I'll be using to cut out the front pattern. So now I will start by drawing out my starting line, which will be my waistline at the top here. So after drawing out my waistline, I will be making use of 2 inches elastic. So I will extend my tape on the waistline by that 2 inches elastic that I'm going to use. From there, I will measure down to my hip line, and my waist to hip line is 8 inches. So now I will draw a straight line on the 8 inches that I marked out. The next line I will mark out is my crotch depth, and my crotch depth is 11 inches for this pant. So I'm going to mark it here. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw a straight line across. So this is my waist to hip line and waist to crotch depth. So now the next line I'm going to draw now will be my waist to hem line. I will extend my tape to the 2 inches I left earlier and then extend it down to where I want my pants to reach. So I want it to be 34 inches when I'm done, but for now I marked it to be 36 inches so that the extra 2 inches will be used for folding at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead now and draw a straight line across. So the new line will serve as my hem line. So sorry guys, I don't know, the camera did not capture when I'm drawing out the hem line. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my body measurement on the line. Because this is going to be an elastic waist pant, I'm going to be using the same measurement on the hip and waist line. So on the hip line here, I'm going to mark my hip measurement divided by 4. But because this is supposed to be big, I'm going to add extra inches for ease. So for the ease, I'm going to be adding extra 4 inches. So 10 quarter plus 4 is going to be 14 quarter. So I'll mark out 14 quarter, and I'll also repeat that on the waistline as well. So this is my hip measurement with ease. So I'll be joining both of them together all the way down to the crotch depth. So now once I'm through with this, the next thing I'll do is to get my crotch extension. My hip measurement divided by 4 is 10. So I'm going to divide this 10 again by 4 to get my crotch extension. 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. So from here, I'm going to measure that 2.5 and mark it here. So this is the extension for my crotch. So divide your hip measurement by 4, and what you get, divide it by 4 again to get your crotch extension. Once you are through with that, from the middle here, go in by 1 inch, and then I'm going to connect a curve to connect these 2 points together like this to give me my crouch curve. So like this is our crouch curve for the front pattern. Now I'm just going to measure what I have here till the end of this crouch here, which is about 16 inches, and I'm going to take it all the way down to the end of this pant. So I don't want this to be bigger as it goes down. I just want the same measurement from the crouch area all the way down. If you want yours to become bigger, you can make it wider as it goes down, but just taking this to the straight down. So the same inches that I have on the crouch line here, I'm taking it all the way down. So guys, when I'm done marking it out, I realized that it will be too big for me and I don't want something that big. So I decided to deduct 2 inches from the actual 16 inches that I marked out earlier on, and here I am marking out the 14 inches that I have after I deduct the 2 inches. It all depends on choice. So now I'm connecting my new measurement, which is 14 inches, to my crouch area. So now I'll mark out the 14 inches to the end of my pants. So guys, this is basically all for the drafting of the front pattern. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. This is all for the drafting of the front pattern. We're going to use this to cut out the back piece. For the back piece, you will also fold your fabrics into two, just like we did for the front piece where we wanted to cut out the front. So guys, please note that the back piece you'll be folding should be bigger than the front piece. So once you are through with this, you are going to go ahead and bring your front pattern and place it on the fabrics you already folded for the back pattern like this. Make sure when you place it, you have an excess of about 3 to 4 inches on this side so that you'll be able to add the back allowance here, and make sure you also have some space at the top as well. Make sure you have about 2.5 or 3 inches space at the top before you place your front pattern. So now from my crouch here, I'm going to come out by 2.5 inches, but you can do 3 inches if you are of bigger size. So this same 2.5 inches, I will mark it out on my waist and hip as well, and I'm connecting it to the crouch line for the back. So now after connecting the new crotch line with the 2.5 inches at the top here, I'm coming up by 2 inches as well, and I'm going to connect it up like this. I'm going to be connecting it to meet the front waist at this area here. So I'm going to place my ruler like this and connect from the top of the waist on the side here to the top here like this. Just do exactly the same thing I'm doing now. It's very simple. So this is now the waist for the back piece. So once I'm through with that, I'm going to add the same 2.5 inches all the way down the leg of the pants here. As you can see, I'm just adding 2.5 inches all the way down here. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut the back pattern out following the new line that I just drew out. So basically the side of the front and back pattern are the same thing. So I will just trace it out. But for the crotch area, I'm going to follow the line I drew. The difference is basically the crotch area and the waist of the back piece. So now once I'm done with that, the next thing I'll do is to go over to the sewing machine and start joining my pieces together. On the back pieces, I'm just going to be joining the crotch area together, right side facing each other here with about 1/2 inch stitches allowance, and I will do the exact same thing on the front pieces as well. Just go ahead and stitch with 1/2 inch stitches allowance. So I'm done stitching it here, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, it looks nice. Even the back piece looks like nice as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to cut out the pockets I'm going to be placing on the sides of this pant. So for that, I have my fabrics folded into 4. As you can see, I first fold it into 2 and then I fold it again, making the fold to be 4. So I'm going to make a mark at one point here, then I will measure 7 inches from that point. So this is how wide the pocket is going to be. So I'm going to put my hand inside like this, and from that first point I marked, I'm just going to be drawing like a circle and around my hand like this, meeting the other points that I marked. So I'm just going to be making it thicker like this after I've done with my free hand. It is very simple to do. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out all the way around. So I have 4 pieces here, and that is all I need for the 2 pockets. So once I'm done cutting it, I will bring the side of my pants here. I will go down by 1 inch, and I'm going to place one of the pockets like this. I will just place it here like this. So you can see how the direction of my pocket is facing from the 1 inch that I left earlier on, and I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it down. Before stitching it down, I want to use my pin to pin it down first so that I will be able to secure it. So I will do this for the both side of the back piece and do the exact same thing for the front. So it will look like this by the time I'm done stitching. So on this side as well, I will come down by 1 inch. This is for you to be able to stitch down your band. Just come down by 1 inch, and from that 1 inch point, place your pocket like this, and then go ahead and pin it down just the way you see me do like this. Just like I have done on the back piece of the pants. So I'm going to be doing the exact same thing for the front piece. So I'm done stitching now, and you can see what it looked like after I've done the same for the other piece as well. So what I'm going to do now is to join my front and back pieces together, right side facing each other from the waist. Now the back piece is always bigger because of the way we cut it out. Just align the sides even though the back is bigger, and then I'm going to stitch down from this area. I'm not going to stitch the opening of the pocket, so I will stitch from here and go around like this and then stitch down. So I'm going to leave that 7 inches where my pocket is. I'm not going to be stitching that area. So it will come from top and go like this and then go down like this. So I will do the same thing for the other side as well. I will align the sides perfectly and then I will go ahead and stitch down the sides. So now guys, I'm done making my stitches and this is what it looks like. And also this is the pocket at the waist. The next thing I'll be doing now is to stitch my cargo pocket at the side of my pants. There's a detailed tutorial on how to cut and sew a cargo pocket on my channel. I uploaded the video before this particular one you are watching, and I will link the description to the video below. I don't want this particular video to be too long, that is why I cut my cargo pocket off camera, and what I'll be doing now is to just go to the sewing machine and stitch it. So now this is what I have after I was done stitching my cargo pocket. As you can see, it came out really nice and neat. So the next thing you're going to do now is to bring the crotch area together, right side facing each other like this, and you're going to stitch this area down. It is very simple. Just arrange your crotch area like this for the front and back. So I will go over to the sewing machine and I will use a straight stitch to join this area together. So I'm going to start my stitch from here through the crotch all the way to the other side. So guys, I'm done stitching down and this is what it looks like. So the last place we're going to work on will be around the waist. So to work on the waist, we're going to be placing an elastic around the waist. So the first thing you're going to do is to first of all measure all the way around the waist. The measurement you have all the way around your waist is what you're going to be using to cut out your band. Mine is 58 inches, but when I'm cutting the band, I will make sure that I cut 60 inches for the length of the band. It should be a little bit more than 58 inches so that you can join the pieces together. In a fold like this, it is 2.5 inches. My elastic band that I'm working with is 2 inches. So now I'm going to go ahead and make a tiny stitch of 1/4 inch here. Leave a space of 1 inch and then go ahead and stitch the remaining parts. So guys, you will notice I marked 2 inches here. When you are doing yours, don't let it be up to 2 inches because I later do it again. Don't let what you're going to mark out be 2 inches. Half inch is definitely okay for this part. I mean at the beginning here, just stitch half an inch. I'm done making my stitch and this is the opening. What this is that when you fold your band into two, you have this opening so that you can pass your elastic through the band when you are done. So I will just make a stop stitch on both sides of this before stitching it on my band. This is what I'm going to be stitching around my trouser. So now my pants waist and this band are exactly the same length. So what you're going to do now is to place the part that has an opening on the band to the center front of the pants. That is the area that has the crotch stitch right side facing each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch the band around the waist. Make sure that the opening you have here is facing towards the front. So now I'm done stitching it down and this is what it looks like. This opening in front that I told you guys to make sure it's at the front is where you're going to pass your elastic through. By the time I'm making this pants, I was not able to see 2 inches elastic, so what I saw was 1 inch elastic. I had to join 1 inch elastic together. I just make a tiny stitch to stitch 1 inch elastic together to give me 2 inches elastic. The length of my elastic that I'm going to be using is 26 inches. The length of my waist is 29 inches, so I just deduct 3 inches from it. I have passed my elastic through the casing from the opening I left at the front. So now I'll just spread out the pants for the elastic to go in. Just make sure that the elastic is not folding inside. To create the double line effect on our waist, all I have to do is to stretch out the elastic as I sew. I'm going to be showing you guys now how to go about this. So to do this, just place your band on the sewing machine about ½ inch away from the top and start sewing. So you're going to stretch out the fabric and the elastic as you sew. Make sure to stretch it very well so that the elastic and the fabrics will be straight when stitching. So after stitching the top, you will also stitch half an inch away from the bottom. That is the down part of the band as well. So guys, that is basically all for the type of band with multiple stitches. So now I'm going to pass a rope through the middle casing that I have. So guys, this is what it looks like after I was done passing the rope. The last thing now is to finish up the hem. If you watch the making of this pants to this very place, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Don't forget to turn on your post notification so that you always get notifications anytime I upload a new tutorial.